Hello Soldaten and welcome to our December balance preview. This will include all of the changes up to 1.7. We will mention only key things and briefly how will they impact key gameplay of every faction which is included in this balance. Note that this will not last 30 to 50 minutes as you can see, but it will be just a short guide and short review of changes which we are to see. I will include all of the necessary information which are relevant for you to need to know before you are entering into the battle. Regarding the Axis faction, I will only mention Oberkommando West because Wehrmacht really saw no changes lately in their patches when it comes to their basic gameplay and their units. So majority of the changes is regarding the Oberkommando West. And my general opinion, comment and idea on these changes is that they are doing a good balance, that they are lowering down the units which really overperformed in some occasions, and those occasions do happen a lot when you force Hand of Fate to use them, and that they are buffing the units and tactics which really were not that used by the players and they should have been built differently. So I'm not saying that people use them wrongly, I'm just saying that the units, their basic numbers were so bad. So here we go. First of all is Raketen nerf. Mostly with the veterancy level, they nerfed its sight and its range. This is really good because Raketens can go sneaky on you and attack. You can get like 2 to 3 Raketens in front of the enemy vehicle, move through their line stealthed, and then fire at their tank, just neutralizing it. This way with veterancy you can still do that, but your range and sight will be lowered, so you will be more exposed once you attack, so enemy can counterattack you. Another big change is regarding the MG34. They are increasing its damage, they're buffing it a bit, but they are also setting cost a little higher, so that way they will compensate for the damage which they are increasing and giving it. Next up is 251 Flak Half-Track. This is a really great weapon used by the Germans. It serves if you cannot go for the looks, which is it's a big meta when fighting the Allies, you go for this thing. The only problem is that it is being easily countered, because by the time you get that, the Allies will pretty much soon get some anti-tank capability and they can swarm it because you cannot fire a lot. Now, they are giving it more ability to vet up faster and they are buffing its setup time. That way they can deal with the opponents much more efficiently. Another change is for the light gun. They reduced its manpower cost. They reduced it a lot. It's originally from 330 to 270. I think that they will increase that pretty soon because Germans, they usually get 2 of those if they are fighting allies which have some a bit superior light artillery capabilities, and when you get 2 of those, they're pretty damn good, and I think that we will see some changes with them. It's just the cost. Another big change is with the King Tiger, mostly when it comes to fighting the enemy infantry. So they're balancing its damage, its scatter, its range and stuff like that, but mostly to deal with the infantry. Any other damage penetration it had will stay the same. Next up is Assault Package for Volksgrenadier. So this comes with the Luftwaffe Commander, and it is basically turning your Volksgrenadier into Assault Grenadiers, which we have for the Wehrmacht. And I have to say that Volksgrenadier are much cheaper, they have much better capabilities because they have Panzerfaust, and they will do maybe even more damage than the Assault Grenadiers because you will manage to get more of them on the field, they will get more veterancy, so definitely a big change. Also regarding the packages, we see that the Sturmgewehr went from 70 to 40 ammunition, which is a good thing, good trade-off, because 70 was way too much for 2 Sturmgewehrs. Another big thing we see is Opel Blitz. Originally it was used to transfer all units, all support weapons, and to provide reinforcement and buff for the units. Now Opel Blitz will not be able to transport support weapons besides mortars. But everything else stays the same. Another one is flak emplacements for the same commander. I really love this, and I feel bad that earlier in this game this was so bad. Now this is much better. Flak emplacement is much more tougher to kill. It can suppress, it deals a lot of damage, and it is really suppressing fast. So you'll definitely see more usage of this, but it can still be decrewed and it can still be killed by medium tanks. Another change we see is the Fallschirmjäger. So the Fallschirmjägers are now not able to be summoned or called from the empty buildings. Now they can only be used as assault units from the skies to parajob. They can be called anywhere from off the map. Also, Fallschirmjäger got their veterancy buffed, so that way they will vet up faster and they'll have more benefits, because earlier it was hard to get them vet up, and nowadays it will be even harder when they have to paratrop, an enemy will know where they are. Another big thing is that since we now have only ability to paradrop the Fallschirmjägers, so they are being moved away from the ability to use air assault where they would paradrop, and now the air assault will only include 2 Junkerstukas, which will be used to fire at the opponent and fly around that area for a certain time to provide cover. Also, in the end, just to mention that the cost of Hetza is increased and that can now only be summoned or get from the Schwerpanzer, and also that rocket barrage now last 2 hits will always hit in a mid, so that way no huge scatter and you will always get a hit on a place you wanted. If you liked this video or found it helpful, maybe you should consider subscribing, liking and sharing this with your friends. You can also check the other thing on my channel and other reviews for other factions as well down below in a description section where the link will be posted. So thank you, Soldaten, and see you soon.